All right, we're rolling.
We're rolling. Hey, this
Rolling.
is like the after special Christmas special, right?
After Christmas special.
This
That's
is
right.
nice. Yeah. Well, this is
After
the
school special, after Christmas special.
both.
A very special episode of
That's right.
the Something About Nothing podcast.
That's right. We are something about nothing, and thank you for joining us. It's a beautiful
Day in the neighborhood.
yeah, nice 20 degrees or 21 degrees outside.
yeah.
So this is nice.
Yeah.
How
The
was your,
sun's shining a little bit.
not too bad. How's your week?
It was good. Good
Good.
week. Good week.
Good.
Nice Christmas.
Awesome.
So it's a little weird day for us today.
Yeah,
it's
I
like
know.
what is a Wednesday afternoon?
Yeah, I was totally when you texted me earlier saying, "Hey, Mike, 1:00," and I'm thinking, "What's Tuesday?" And so yeah, it's not. It's so anyway.
Yeah, so my trash gets picked up on Monday, which would have been Christmas.
Yeah,
Well, they don't pick up on Christmas. So Tuesday all day. Okay, so if they don't pick it up on Monday, they're going to pick it up on Wednesday.
Yeah.
It's just what the city does. So all day Tuesday, I put the trash out. Kept thinking, why aren't they picking up my trash? Why aren't they? And then I realized when my wife got home, no, this is Tuesday. This is not Wednesday. So now it's Wednesday, and you thought it was Tuesday.
yeah.
So that made my day.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, I know. And then I texted you last night about chili, and I wanted some more.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of like
I wasn't going to address it. I was just going to let it roll. I thought,
just after that, I
Mike
said,
wants more chili.
Yeah.
That's a personal problem.
yeah, it really is. I was dressing my wife. I was trying to compliment her, saying, "Man, this is really good. I like to have some more." Compliment her to make some more. But yeah, I'm off this week. The kids are off this week, and
It's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, it's strange.
Yeah,
it is really strange.
I had Christmas off, and then the next 2 days I got to go work tomorrow.
Yeah, it's odd.
Then I'm working New Year's Eve and New Year's Day.
Are you serious?
Yep, and they've already told me that I'm covering opening night, which is a big event here in Oklahoma City.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to be up till midnight,
Oh my goodness.
after midnight,
Mm-hmm.
and it's going to be frigid.
Oh, it's gonna be cool. Yeah.
And then I had to be at work 9 o'clock though next morning.
Wow.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Wow.
But good days. Good days.
Well,
Good
that's
times.
Good times. Well, we had an opportunity last week to go see The Last Jedi.
Yes, we did. We even got to see it together. It
I
was
know it's
kinda cool.
awesome. I like that. And
What did you? What? So, do we give our spoiler alert right now?
I think. Well, I mean, I don't think anybody's watching or listening, but
But yeah, well,
we
just
can
in
make it
case.
a like spoiler free kind of deal.
Can we do spoiler free?
Yeah, I'll try to. I'm going to say spoiler alert because I will try very hard not to give anything out because I'm one of those people.
Yeah, whatever. Let's just go for it.
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. We're just not even gonna worry about it.
Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay.
Yeah, so if you're listening and you
Yeah.
have not seen The Last Jedi, go see it and then come back and listen to our podcast.
Yeah,
Please
Please.
listen to our podcast.
Yeah.
Please.
please.
We're kind of begging.
Yeah, pretty much.
So what did you think? What did you think of the movie?
Pure entertainment. I enjoyed it.
I thought it was good.
I
I enjoyed it.
did.
I did enjoy it.
I'm starting to get a feel, and yeah, let's party.
Hold on, pause that.
Yeah, that's okay.
This is Ricky.
He's known as Ricky Pope. That was his fan club, president of his fan club.
Yeah, sorry about that, guys. I'm on call, so every time my
Yeah.
phone rings, I have to answer it, and I've got
Yeah.
a few people at my office do not have Oklahoma phone numbers.
Oh, they don't. Yeah.
So I've got.
That's okay.
One girl has a DC phone number, and so just sorry about that.
No, that's okay.
So shall
We'll
we-
make it into a game.
Shall we cut this out?
Oh no! It's
No,
just,
just let
let's
it-
not
let it
just
roll.
let's make
Yeah,
it happen.
That was a robocall, so that kind of makes me mad.
Yeah, that's no good.
Okay, so
don't worry about
you
it.
were saying you pure enjoyment. You
Yeah,
liked the
I
movie.
pure enjoy. I like it. I'm starting to really get to know the characters. I like
Yeah.
the characters. I like Ray. She's awesome.
Ray is great.
She is perfect for that role.
Yep.
The guy who plays Finn. He's coming into play. You're starting Poe. You're starting to get a little more of who he is because in the beginning you had no clue. You're starting to kind of get was kind of a mentorship between him and Leia. So
Yep.
you're seeing some of that. Yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it. I mean, the deal is, you can sit down and nitpick it all you want to the point where you can just go, I don't like it. But I mean, you know what I'm saying?
You think?
Yeah,
I
but
think you can do that to any movie.
but it's true, and I really enjoyed it. You know, there's been a lot of stuff on Twitter and on the web where you got some hardcore that's having some issues with it.
Haters.
Yeah, and I mean, well, you heard Mark Hamill. He made it,
He did. He made some comments,
and then he retracted it.
he did,
Yeah,
which I don't believe
yeah,
at all.
he did not like how not Han, but how Luke was portrayed.
I gotta say, there. All right, so we already said spoiler alert.
Yeah, there you go.
So you
So,
guys are aware.
Again, folks.
Okay, so back to a conversation we had about The Force Awakens was kind of a rehash of A New Hope.
Yeah,
Okay, so there's a good bit of Empire happening.
oh yeah,
Empire Strikes Back happening in The Last Jedi.
yeah, it is.
And I think people have, it's been so long since they watched Empire
Yeah.
that people forgot how goofy and weird Yoda really was.
Yeah, exactly.
And I think Luke doesn't. I think Mark Hamill
Yeah.
has probably not watched that movie in 30 years.
No.
And
But you should have.
He should have gone back and watched it because he was going to be he was going to be the Yoda.
Yeah.
And they made him the Yoda.
Yeah.
And they made him weird and goofy.
Yeah.
They did.
Yeah, they did.
Straight up. They made him weird and goofy. Well, you're a hermit living on an island. You're going to get weird and goofy.
Yeah. Mr.
That being
Wilson.
said,
yeah.
that being said, I think there were a couple things they pushed a little too far that were a little too awkward, but still,
Yeah.
I think it kind of, it made a little circular sense in going, okay, Luke, you've now come full circle. Now you are no longer the learner. You are the weird master living on living in the middle of nowhere. You are the little hermit guy that is trying to steal the flashlight and beating up R2 with a stick.
Exactly. That's you. You
Yeah.
become that.
Yep.
Yeah, there's some good, I mean, there was really some good fodder on that,
Yeah.
Like I said, this is a spoiler. I really like the part where, Rey convinced Luke to join, to help through something that happened in New Hope. Where R2-D2 gave a hologram of
That was a great
Obi-Wan.
That was a great callback.
yeah, and I love that. And and here he is,
Yeah.
that's how he got involved.
Which I think is it's funny. It's Luke definitely is getting to be Yoda and Ben
yeah,
Kenobi at the same time.
yeah, exactly.
He is Yoda and Obi-Wan wrapped together.
I thought Mark Hamill was great in it.
Oh, I think he did a fantastic job.
Yeah, he did a great job. He played the cranky master just well.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And I really do think, see the thing, and I was looking it up, he, Mark Hamill, he expressed a strong reaction to the first reading of the script. And he was initially, he disagreed. And I think he didn't like how, from my understanding, he did not like how the Jedi, Luke would never end up on an island, and Luke would never end up, giving up on the Force and blah, blah, blah. But
Yoda. That's all I'm saying.
that's all I'm saying is Yoda.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, I really think and I like how they made reference to Han,
Yeah.
How Han is, it was,
He
the
was
guy,
being kind of Han.
yeah, the guy, that played the, what is the name of the main antagonist?
Kylo.
Kylo.
Kylo Ren.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's doing a great job.
Oh, fantastic actor.
Fantastic job.
Fantastic actor. He's got the creepiest, weirdest emo character in the world, and he nails it.
Yeah, that's awesome. It really is, and I don't know. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, you can pick it apart if you want to.
Oh, absolutely. It is a beautiful movie.
Oh, yes, it is.
Oh my gosh, it is shot so well.
It is.
It is gorgeous.
You know what? You can play John Williams at a flea market, and it's beautiful. You can play, John
Williams music can make any
anything,
movie be fantastic.
It is.
I so agree.
You can work for Waste Management, and you feel like you're destined for something great.
Yeah, that is so accurate.
So, so anytime when I'm down and I feel like I've screwed up, John Williams
all the way.
That's right.
I'm right there with you, my friend. I think my biggest issue with the movie, and this is nitpicky. This is a little nitpicky.
That's fine. We're allowed.
There were some things that were a little too on the nose.
Yeah.
Okay, so like White Planet with walkers.
Yeah.
Okay. We all knew it wasn't snow.
Yeah.
We all knew it was some kind of weird desert with red dirt.
Yeah.
We didn't have to have somebody lick the ground and say, "Oh, it's salt." Somebody somewhere said, "How are they going to know it's a salt planet unless we tell them?" That is the kind of thing that I think is a mistake in a movie. When there's somebody who doesn't know anything about Star Wars says, "Well, we have to tell them that." No, you don't have to tell us everything.
You don't. And you know what? Honestly, I will watch a movie a second time and I'll catch something that I didn't see before. That's what makes it great.
Oh yeah.
And you know, you got to think about this. You know, don't talk down to your audience.
Exactly.
I can't stand that. You know, you don't need to tell me everything. And
okay, so they're going to go to a casino planet.
That was weird to me.
That whole thing storyline was a little weird. The whole thing was awkward.
Yeah.
But it's like, we're going to go to the casino planet. People are kind of nasty there. Well, it's a casino planet. You don't have to tell us it's nasty there.
Yeah.
Have you been to Vegas? That place is nasty.
It is nasty. I mean,
like it or not, Vegas is a cool place sometimes, but you go out on the street at 8 in the morning, and it is the trashiest city in the world.
You know, I don't like doing my business in the stall, and a guy right next to me has a slot machine, okay? Washing his hands and pulling the slots. Okay, that's not cool.
But I think there were several things in the movie that were just too in movie making, we call it too on the nose.
Yeah.
It was just like, you didn't have to tell us that.
No.
I mean, we're smart enough to figure that out.
Well, I mean, the Star Wars fan, you know they're going to go see it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, no matter what, they're going to go see it.
Oh, absolutely.
And
they did.
Yeah.
Like 800,000.
Oh, man. Yeah, the box
800
office.
million now.
Yeah.
And it's ridiculous.
And really, looking through online, Rotten Tomatoes, and as far as critical acclaim.
Critics loved it.
They loved it. Yeah. I mean, and then like I said, there's some folks on Twitter that, they were talking about, one guy was kind of neat. I'm not going to mention his name on Twitter. He said the biggest, most obvious point in The Last Jedi is the lesson of letting go of the past and moving forward. A lot of folks who didn't like the movie probably can't let go of the old series. Well, I mean, that's pretty. Yeah.
That's very observant.
Yeah.
The other takeaway, I think, is, and probably my favorite takeaway, is Rey saying her parents were nothing.
Yeah.
I came from nobody.
Yeah.
I think that is brilliant, and I've read of several people who said that feels like a throwback to A New Hope, because Luke appeared to come from nothing.
Yeah, exactly.
Now later on we found out, oh no, it's a family bloodline, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
But the reason we liked A New Hope initially was farm boy from nowhere saves the universe.
Yeah, exactly.
And now we've got junk seller from nowhere saves the universe. And I think we all kind of dig that. It's like, I'm nobody, she's nobody. She did amazing things. Maybe I can do something amazing someday.
Yeah, and then here you have your haters, on Twitter. You have only people who don't know Star Wars think The Last Jedi was a good movie, and you're gonna have haters,
Yeah.
but I really like the tweet from the first guy. I mean, because you
Yep.
think about it, not because of Disney. It is a new Star Wars. There's new
Yes.
characters. You're saying goodbye to the old Guardians,
Yep.
saying hello to the new.
Yep.
And it's going to be different. I saw one where someone was saying that they thought there was too much humor in it. They had too much, some joking around, some humor.
I can appreciate that comment. I don't know that I agree that there was too much humor.
Yeah,
I think some of the humor was it was a little goofy.
yeah,
Yeah. There could have been humor that was a little less in your face.
Yeah.
Funny.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, somebody posted recently. I think it was a Facebook post. He was giving his unspoilered alert review,
Yeah,
and he said one of his comments was, "Were porgs only created to sell merchandise? Yes.
yeah.
Do I care? No.
No.
The porgs were funny. They were
Yeah.
cute.
Yeah.
It was funny. They're like the pigeons of the planet.
They remind me of the Tribbles
They
in Star Trek.
yes. They were everywhere.
And they were everywhere.
They
on
got
the
into the
Falcon.
ship somehow.
Yeah, that was good.
That was a brilliant idea. Definitely that's a Disney. We need to sell some toys. So
Yeah.
let's make something cute.
But they blended in okay.
They blended in okay, and they weren't so Jar Jar Binks that it was bad.
Oh my goodness.
Which-
yeah.
Okay, now I'm going to throw this out there, all the haters. I didn't hate Jar Jar Binks.
You didn't?
Jar Jar Binks was the comic relief in that movie.
Okay.
There were lots of other reasons to hate that movie.
Oh no. I mean,
other than Jar Jar Binks. But he was the comic relief for the movie.
yeah.
So we don't have a Jar Jar Binks to be comic relief. So that means everybody else in the movie has to say something funny.
Yeah.
That's when you get,
Yeah.
Does Kylo Ren got to say something funny?
Well, Skywalker, well, in that New Hope, Skywalker was more serious.
Yeah.
Han was Han. He said his comments,
Yeah.
between him and Leia.
He was brash and
Yeah.
And that's
So-
where and there were always the droids to be comic relief.
Yeah.
I always felt like Jar Jar Binks was kind of, because we were barely introduced to the droids in the first movie in episode 1. I always felt like Jar Jar Binks was kind of the replacement for the droids
Yeah.
in episode 1, because the droids weren't as big an item yet in that episode 1.
I'll remind you, I keep wanting to remind people, this is spoiler alert, okay? But there was a part that really speaking of droids, where Princess Leia or General Leia looks at C-3PO
Yeah.
and said, "Get that expression off your face."
That was brilliant.
I love
See,
that.
now that is humor.
That's-
it makes
Sense, yeah.
It is the kind of humor that Star Wars fans think is really funny,
Yeah.
and it's really sharp.
Yeah, it is.
It's not. I don't even know I don't even know a funny part to mention right off the top
Yeah.
of my head. But there were other ones that were just so in your. Well, okay. The reach out moment with the
yeah.
Force. That
Yeah.
was a little too much funny. That was trying a little too hard.
That seemed a little Karate Kid to me.
Yeah. It was a little too much.
Yeah.
I think there could have been some funny there,
Yeah.
but maybe a little less. He could have just swatted her hand and been done.
Yeah.
And that would have been funny, and
Yeah.
that would have been sharp, and that would have made sense in the moment,
Yeah.
rather than him making fun of her.
Yeah, because Yoda did, he was kind of a jokester.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Awesome.
So, but I agree. I liked the movie. There is plenty to dislike about the movie, but I thought overall it was pleasant. It was a good movie to watch.
It was a good movie to take your family to.
Oh,
and,
absolutely.
And, unlike unlike Empire, there was a little bit of hope at the end.
There was.
And one of my favorite, and this is corny, this is canned, but I really like the end where the kid he had the resistant ring,
Yes.
and he
He
knew there was
and he force grabs the broom.
yeah,
That's brilliant.
that's good,
That's good.
and that represents a whole new generation.
Whole new generation. It doesn't have to be Bloodline.
No.
It doesn't have to be the Anakin Skywalker saga.
No,
You know, we can move on from that, which I think that's a great thing.
well, I think we Jedi'd out.
Have we bashed
think
that
we-
enough?
Yeah, I think we did good. I don't think we,
Yeah.
I mean, give it up to Mark Hamill. He did a great job.
I thought they all did really
I thi-
well.
yeah, I really do. I think they
You
did.
know, Carrie Fisher did great. And Ray is amazing. Kylo Ren is emo self is pretty good. And the turn on that, I honestly like. When I know you were trying to get away from it, but I honestly liked how that was not Empire.
Yeah, I did too.
How that was not an Empire moment. That was a new moment,
Yeah, exactly.
and
Is-
that was brilliant.
Yeah, it was good. Not like the first one. Had a little bit of Death Star to it.
Yeah,
But no, it was really good. I liked it. Like I said, I wonder what they're going to do with Carrie Fisher's character.
I don't know. That's
I mean, that was
that's a big spoiler alert,
I
by
thought
the
it was-
way. If you haven't seen
Yeah.
the movie, you need to see it right now. And
and
the Mary Poppins moment was a little lame, but
yeah, and I really liked how they, paid tribute to her at the end.
Yeah,
that
I
was-
did
That
too.
was real classy.
it was classy. I would personally, I would have rather seen them go ahead and do away with Leia
Yeah,
and have had Luke one more time.
yeah, exactly. I would too. That would make sense to me.
Yeah.
I just, they didn't.
That way you could give Luke, you can still give Luke the Yoda moment.
Yeah.
In the third movie.
Yeah,
But I think probably somebody said, okay, we've done too many things already that are like the first three movies.
yeah.
Let's stop now.
Yeah, I understand. Well, I mean, there was a point where Kylo had a decision. Does he
Yeah.
kill his mom or not?
Yeah.
And in some of it, they already show some of the redemption qualities.
Yeah.
He's fighting kind of
Yeah.
like Vader did. But, of course, Kylo is kind of doing it earlier in the film. He's
Right.
fighting that. So, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
But
I enjoyed it. I
I
thought it
did
was good.
too. I did too.
I thought it was a good time.
Good
times.
We got some wacky news.
You got some weird news.
Yeah,
I
some-
like weird news. Give me some
Uh,
weird news.
Well, I'm gonna tell you what. I mean, this past season, and the hardest working man I can think of is Santa himself. This guy, he got to put up with elves. He has to put up, with reindeers. He has to make sure that they all manufacture toys by the end of the year, naughty and nice. I mean, it's a big responsibility.
True.
But unfortunately, we've got some folks that really is. Well, I'll just let you know. They were talking about, the Christmas season makes merry, but children should not leave sherry, like the cooking sherry for Santa Claus this Christmas Eve, because
Sherry.
yes, because he's overweight, binge drinker, and risk of mental health problems. Head of the Royal College of GP has warned, and this is a real deal. This is not he says, Jolly Old Nick is famed for a rounded stomach, rosy cheeks, and according to the children's poem, The Night Before Christmas keeps a pipe glued to his lips all the time. Professor Helen Stokes Lampert, chairwoman of the RCGP, said his poor diet and lifestyle has left Santa at risk of a host of deliberating conditions. She says Santa suffers from alcoholism, work-related stress, gout, and sleep deprivation.
Sleep deprivation.
Yeah, I can't even finish
Oh, that's
that.
brilliant. Now,
Yeah.
gout, if he suffers from gout, I feel for him.
I
I've
do
had
too.
that.
I hate
That's painful.
that. Is I've had some people I know. He may even have contracted Lyme disease. from the
what?
disease from spending too much time with his reindeers, which could have been infested. And
reindeer ticks.
yeah, you don't want that. And and the pressure of working night shift would also have would have a heavy toll on his health. He said, in fact, unless Santa gets a handle on his drinking, overeating, and lack of exercise, it could be the last year we would be dropping presents down the chimney. This would be,
Oh my goodness!
wouldn't this be a great children's book?
That would be brilliant.
This is awesome. Yeah. So,
sorry, kids.
yeah, Saint
Santa
Nick
had a heart attack last night.
Yeah, this is last. Yeah. But Professor Strokes Lampert offered advice on how Father Christmas could shed pounds by running between houses rather than taking a ride on his sleigh.
Running between houses.
Yeah, she says Santa should run between houses to keep fit.
Oh
So
my
ho
goodness.
ho ho! There we go.
That's funny.
Is that nice?
That's brilliant.
Yeah. And then later on, she talks about how Mrs. Claus is is patient and all that good stuff. But I'm done. Done bagging the man.
There
bagging
you go.
the man.
What else you got?
And this is kind of different. I don't like the beginning of the title, but size matters. Florida man
Well,
arrested.
there's that.
Florida man arrested for dinner complaints.
For what?
Dinner complaints. Complaints.
He was complaining about his
about-
dinner,
Yeah.
so he got arrested.
Yeah.
Okay.
Florida-
How much do you have to complain about dinner to get
Well,
arrested?
apparently, 911 is not the number to call if you're concerned about your food size being too small. Apparently, when your servings are too small for the price you just paid, 911 is not the number.
911 is not
No.
the right place to call.
No, it's not.
But
He called twice to complain about the size of his meal served to him at some, I guess, Krabby Seafood Shack, wherever that is. Yeah.
oh my goodness.
Police told the newspaper he complained. The claims he was eating were so small that he didn't want to pay for them. And of course, he was arrested. Of course, but he was not taken to jail. He had a court appearance, and So, but the moral of the story is, if you have a complaint, they have those comment cards. You can go on
Yeah,
Facebook.
yeah.
You can complain, but 911.
911 is not.
They
the
take
place.
that serious.
That's funny.
And so that's pretty much my news. I kind of summed it up, but have you heard? Now I'm switching gears here. I'm going towards Apple.
Okay.
Have you heard-
Apple. So this is weird news, or is this just
This
tech
is
news?
this is tech news. Tech
Okay,
tech
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 news.
tech 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 tech
We should
tech
have
tech.
totally have a tech news section.
We should do that. Have you heard about Apple's facing lawsuits?
Is this the iOS actually slows down older phones?
Yes, sir.
That is amazing.
Isn't that something?
That is a thing.
I know. And I just bought my iPhone, so it's like, hey.
Hey, join the club. Join the slow club.
I know it. I thought I was going to be the cool kid, but now I'm going to be the slow kid.
Well, and now the thing is, I have not read anywhere where it says how far back it goes. Like, is there if your phone is 2 or 3 generations old, it's and my understanding is it has something to do with battery life.
Yeah.
That it slows down the old phone so it saves battery life, which I think is slightly
Yeah.
bogus because my 2-year-old iPhone before I replaced it had horrible battery life.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking it either wasn't slowed down enough to save battery life, or I don't want to think about what it would have been if they had run it at the proper speeds.
Yeah, they were talking about, there was an update last year. They were talking about the iPhone 6, iPhone 7, iPhone SE. They were talking about to smooth out what they call a power supply from batteries that are cold, old, and low on charge. Apple, I have one thing to suggest. Let people replace their batteries.
That would be amazing.
don't, you like locking. You want to lock everything. That's fine, but let people replace the battery.
Yep.
Why do
I totally agree.
I don't want to pay $75 for someone to put a new battery in because they know how to pop open the case, and
Yeah.
I don't want to go to ifix.com and follow what they say
And
and then
void your
totally
warranty.
void my warranty. Yeah. And it's totally, that's why they force Apple Care on you. And
Yeah.
unfortunately, if, most people, they bite, and
Yep.
because that's really the only way you'll get it fixed. Now, there's some third party out there, have some other groups out there,
Yeah.
who will do that kind of stuff.
Well,
but-
I will say this: when I went from my iPhone 6 Plus to my iPhone 8 Plus, the speed was ridiculous. The speed difference
yeah.
was amazing, and I was never so happy. Now I'm like, was my 6 just perfectly fine? 6 Plus?
Yeah.
Was
Yeah.
it perfectly fine in just being throttled?
Well, and that's the thing. I know that usually the life cycle for most Apple products is about 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I guess for PC, it's maybe a little bit longer. You can upgrade stuff, but
Yeah.
not too far out because of software.
Yeah.
But yeah,
But most of the cell phone market is going the way of Apple, where you might be able to put a extra SD card in,
Yeah.
maybe, but you don't. Most Android devices, newer Android devices, the good, high quality,
yeah,
high end ones, you can't change the batteries out anymore.
yeah, I know. Yeah, everything's proprietary. They don't want you
Yeah.
to mess with it. It just basically, I'm going to tell you what, I'm looking at payments on getting a new phone, and especially for a family, you're almost paying for paying for a loan on a car.
Oh, I know.
It's ridiculous.
Yep, it's crazy.
So anyway, I just wanted to see if you had any thoughts on that, if you heard of that. And
I had, and I think it's a little ridiculous. I'm impressed that they came forward and said yes, it is true. I wonder how far back that has gone. I have always told people in passing that if you have an Apple device, feel free to update the iOS. But once your phone is about 2 or 3 generations behind the big number, like I have an iPhone 6, but we're on iOS 10, probably you don't want to upgrade your iOS.
yeah, you were telling me that. Now, if you don't, you're going to constantly be bombarded by
By apps that say they can't install their updates.
Update.
Yes, you are.
Update.
Yes, you are.
Then you update again. Update.
And my phone, I don't use Apple Pay. I don't plan on using Apple Pay.
Not
But
me.
my phone is constantly telling me, hey, you need to finish setting up your phone by setting up Apple Pay.
Oh yeah, it's
Like, I got enough ways to spend money.
I
I
don't
don't
need
need
any
Apple
help.
Pay.
yeah. Amazon has all my money, pretty much. So
Well, there's that.
yeah. So yeah, but there's actually a class action suit against Apple. So
So I
but
could get ones of dollars out of that.
I don't know. I mean, seeking a class action to represent potentially millions of iPhone owners nationwide.
Oh, millions of owners. That's ones of dollars.
I know. Well, I mean, I can understand. I mean, that would be something you would want to disclose.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, and I think it's absurd what their excuse.
That it's to save battery life.
Yeah, I think that's so stupid.
I think so too.
I mean, that's just, it's almost seemed like they had that in the back of their pocket just in case
Yeah.
something happens.
You know what? We better get all our ducks in a row. We
That's
know what to
right.
say when they catch us because
You
they're
know
going
those-
to.
Those Apple people, they'll buy anything with an apple on it. No, I mean, besides that, I mean, I love my iPhone 8 Plus. It's, and I don't know, I can't figure out how current it is. I mean, if it affects the very current phones and how far back it goes. Because there was an article somewhere saying um, something about how you can look up something on your phone to see whether or not it's affected by it or not.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So, but
Huh.
yeah.
Interesting.
So, anyway, so
Interesting.
give it up to Apple. You know, give it up to them.
So, I am a British TV enthusiast
Oh yeah.
of sorts.
Yes, sir.
So I'm super excited that Top Gear, the BBC
Yes.
car show, is supposed to be coming back in 2018.
That's right.
They had like a little teaser trailer they put out just a few days ago, but from everything I've found, I can't find a firm date yet. A lot of people are saying March or April, which I'm excited for because I liked the last season. I thought it was good. And I think the 3 guys they have on there are solid. So I think if they get this season under their belts and it's still good, I think it'll go for a while. So Christmas Day, Doctor Who, because I'm a huge Doctor Who fan,
Yes, you are.
and we have a new doctor.
We do. A new doctor in the house.
Yeah, a new doctor in the
Doctor
house.
in the house.
And she is fascinating.
She.
She
Interesting.
is fascinating. As with all first-time doctors, she got one line, and the TARDIS went into a crash, which that's pretty much the standard trope for the last 3 doctors is the new doctor shows up, he gets one line, and then the TARDIS explodes and does weird things, and it's going to crash. So, so we don't really know what it's going to be like yet.
Okay.
I have high hopes. My only fear is I've only seen her in one show, and she didn't have a super strong character. She seemed like a good actress, which gives me high hopes. But her that particular character was very emotionally unstable for the most part, because she had serious bad things. Now, to be fair, that was designed into the character. She had horrible, horrible things happen to her in that show. So I'm hopeful.
Yeah. Well, now we went to go see the movies. There was a trailer, and it was Doctor Who related. Do you know anything about that?
Oh, that they were the Christmas special, or is it the Christmas special was going to play in theaters? I think it was the Christmas special was going to play in theaters, and I watched it on TV. I don't watch that stuff on in
Doesn't
the movie
seem
theater.
doesn't seem right to me. Those kind of shows.
I get the idea of going and hanging out with a bunch of fans and watching it, but I'm like,
I do that at home.
I'm gonna see the entire rest of this series on a TV.
Yeah.
I think I'll just watch that one on a TV. I don't know. I've never gotten into going to see things in a movie theater that weren't movies.
I feel like I've seen Doctor Who just a couple of times that I was confused so much I stopped watching because I don't know any of the premise whatsoever. And
it
so,
is an acquired taste, and
Yeah.
it does take a while to get enough knowledge to know what's going on.
yeah.
And I will say the non-spoiler version, if we have any Doctor Who fans out there, there were several cool call-outs in the Christmas episode to some random obscure things from way back in like 1980s Doctor Who.
Oh,
Yeah. So it was kind of cool, you know.
now how far back does it go?
60s.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So the first Doctor was in the 60s.
That's going to be a really big binge watch for me. I mean, I have a hard enough time trying to get through NCIS up to the yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would not even encourage
Yeah,
that.
I wouldn't.
Yeah, the opening scene for the Christmas episode, because the Christmas episode is the first Doctor and the current Doctor together.
Okay.
Now, obviously, it's not the first Doctor guy because he passed away in like the 70s. But so it's somebody who's dressed up like him. But it's supposed to be the first Doctor. The opening slide is previously on Doctor Who, and then you see then you see a black screen and it says 709 episodes ago.
Wow.
And I don't know. I didn't bother to look it up to see what it meant. I don't know if that's 709 what they called serials, like 709 stories, or actually episodes. Because back in the day, there would be like a full story would be like 2 weeks long.
Oh yeah.
Which they don't tend to do that anymore. They tend to do a full story in 1 hour now.
Yeah.
But then every once in a while they have it to be continued. But back in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, most of the time, every full story was two full hours. But they would split it up into 2 weeks.
That's okay. That makes sense. Yeah. Not like now, because the BBC, they really involved. I mean, they do things different.
Definitely do it different.
I mean, one thing I noticed, we talked about this before. They shorten their time
or lengthen their time, just randomly.
Yeah. So
and they'll have a short season or a long season, and there's no rhyme or reason for why they do it.
Yeah, I don't know. So far the stuff that I've seen in that format, usually it's quality stuff.
Yeah, I will say I think the nice thing about BBC shows is they are not slaves to commercials.
Yeah.
So if they feel like a show needs an extra 5 minutes, they give it an extra 5 minutes. If they feel like a show needs 5 minutes less, they'll just cut it.
Yeah. Well,
and they're okay with that.
Yeah.
Which that's kind of the cool thing about like Netflix original shows and Amazon Prime original shows.
Yeah.
If it needs to be 42 minutes, it can be 42 minutes. But if the story really calls for it to be 49 minutes, they can do that, and they're okay.
And I appreciate it.
I do too.
Appreciate it.
It makes for better quality.
How are we doing on time?
It's about that time.
Is it about that time?
Yeah, because I took that phone call and that wasted like a minute.
Okay. We can either leave it in or cut it, but
yeah,
I think I don't know, pretty much a show.
Yeah.
Anything can happen.
Yeah, anything can happen. Never know what's going to happen around here.
Well,
crazy things.
We're coming up on New Year, so if we don't, you don't hear from us before, Happy New Year's, everybody.
Happy New Year's.
And this is the Something About Nothing show with my friend Mr. Ricky, the Awakening Force, Pope. Yeah, I should have just left it alone.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And Mike, the Last Jedi,
yes,
chilling.
That's right. He was just going to vanish right now.
Say it.
Thank you.